a shout.
Alright.
Yeah, considering.
Yeah.
On board. That is a great pose, isn't it?
It's a great look.
Genius.
They could have really got the angle much better, could they?
That is pretty northern.
I can't, I don't really film a gun like
Bloody hell. Wow.
that. TV, French toast, Lipton.
It's not
French
too bad,
aircon,
actually.
so if you want to shut the door,
Yeah,
not to
aircon,
bother
probably.
the climate too much.
Yeah, too bad.
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty pleasant in here,
I've just had the travel insurance people on the phone. Can you confirm that you were wearing a helmet and you hold a full motorcycle license?
That's what you were doing wrong. You should
Can you confirm you're wasting my time?
Oh, if I had a full license, I wouldn't have hurt myself. I said, yeah, I've got a full license. We need you to send fax us a copy. I said, is that before you agree to pay the bill? Yeah, we won't pay the bill until you know you've got a full motorcycle license. So you want me to go and fax you a copy, re-mail you a copy? Yeah, if you could do that before you leave. I said, oh yeah, I'll just use the internet cafe down in the next room.
Yeah. It's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
That ain't happening anytime soon.
They can check with the DVI.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, they can't. So, no, but really they want me to fax them from Africa a copy of the photocopy of my license.
So what we need out.
Well, you'll have to do it, won't you? I can't let the internet's working here and the fax machine's broken.
Is it? No, you try stuff in paper and it doesn't. Yeah.
Now, how are the drugs?
Gone?
They've gone, taken them
Oh.
away.
Oh,
I know they were giving me was paracetamol anyway,
Is it
which I
just-
couldn't work out why they weren't giving me ibuprofen, which would have helped the swollen fingers and the
Yeah.
horrendous
See,
circulation
I did that.
I've got
I
in
did
there.
ibuprofen.
Because it's there's not a lot of feeling there.
Yeah.
But they give me injections in my gut twice a day to
Oh.
anticoagulant to stop it,
Right.
stop the blood clotting.
Yeah, all good. So is it hurting a lot at the moment, or?
It's the fingers are a bit painful just because they're swollen and the circulation's bad.
Yeah.
The arm itself, the wrist itself doesn't really hurt unless I do silly things.
Right. Like try and pick your nose with your left hand.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
kind
You know,
of- Straight
like
down.
a novelty wank with the numb hand or anything like that.
Yeah, this is all going on the web, by the way.
That's all right.
So-
I know shame. But I don't know if Lynn said the two bones at the
Yeah.
two bones of the wrist, the end of those were smashed and then kind of put back. Because originally when I was in the, that's why this kind of got it at this crazy angle, is to keep the bones at the end in the right position.
And it's been
Because-
x-rayed with the cast on to show that it's...
Yeah, well, when I first got it x-rayed, you could see the end of the wrist, but it wasn't entirely clear without seeing a picture of how it should be. Just exactly what the issue was, but then they showed me an x-ray afterwards, and you could see that the end of the bone that was like that is now right again.
Right.
And the end was probably in just a couple of pieces, but the thick bone through your arm, the end was like broken in two pieces, but they were back in the right place more or less, and just a tiny sort of line between them. So, I haven't got a lot of options. The doctor said you could fly home if you want, and your insurance company will probably pay for medical evac. But given at the time when I came in, my arm went along, and then there was a huge lump, and then my hand was offset about an inch from the rest of my arm because the wrist was like that. He said, I really wouldn't recommend that you take a plane back to the UK with your hand like that. He said also, when you get home, they're going to ask which clinic saw you and decided that it was safe for you to fly home with your wrist in this condition without treating it first. So he said he'd really rather that he treated it. Apparently the French embassy used this place. French embassy's just down the road.
Yeah, that's just saying.
Yeah. They do some alright. They've got sterile sharps. They don't lick them with
Then stick them with you though, just in case.
Yeah, I've got. Lynn's brought the sharps yesterday, but everything they've brought has been in sterile packs. The anaesthetist came and talked to me yesterday, and the orthopaedic guy came and talked to me yesterday to explain what he was going to do. It's just like being in a hospital.
Yeah.
Except in French.
You understand even less what to say. Because the guy was just talking about going blah 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 blah. Right, yeah, okay. So you're going to fix my arm?
Yeah, you're going to fix that bit there? Yeah. Right, okay, the bit with the lump on.
This bit's casse, and tomorrow at the late evening fix it.
Awesome.
But I was only under about 5 minutes.
Well, they pulled on it.
He brought me a job. Ah, right. Yeah.
Little project.
Yeah, little project.
Thought you'd like that.
I'll just press the on button, maybe it'll
Well, just fire up.
I don't think there's any batteries in there.
No, it needs new ones.
I'm surprised the bike has survived, really.
The bike is in
great
remarkably
condition.
good condition.
Yeah.
It really is.
Although I did land, initially when I went down, it landed upside down and on my back.
Yeah.
So,
So you cushioned it, which is
cushioned most of it.
You know, it's the proper racing technique.
The racing technique.
Damn right. Yeah.
Stay hold of the throttle.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at it in the hole and I was thinking, shit, yeah, that's going to be.
how did you get it out?
Well, we tried to basically pull it back out the way it had come in, and that resulted in it falling further in the hole.
Yeah, but luckily
But
because
then-
there was ropes on it, it kind of eased it.
It eased, yeah, it didn't just go poof, and oh, so we haven't robbed bits off lenses to get it running. Then the team of ants that were crowded around there literally just went in there, and it just came out like a Pringle being carried down an ant hole.
All the kids.
It was
and everything.
astonishing. It was all grown-ups.
Right,
But there must have been about 10 people with a hand on the bike,
right.
and it was just being wafted out like a Ouija board. You know, it was just astonishing. It was just all, everyone with a little finger on it.
When I saw how easy it was coming out, I said, yeah, bring it, put it down here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It sort of came out, and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe dump it down here. We'll try and roll it up there. But actually, it's like no, it's on its side. It's just being carried on its side out of the hole and then wafted along. It was just astonishing. And then and we pushed it over to literally just the school just before where you went down.
Which
cause
is
of
what
the
we were
accident.
The
talking
cause of the
about when
accident,
we
that's
had
what
we
we're
were
talking
chatting
about.
about before you went. Though incidentally, the hole is invisible on the approach. You
Yes,
cannot see
I
it.
missed it as well.
If it weren't for the rear wheel of a DRZ sticking out of it, you wouldn't see it.
Right, that's why it caught me out, because we were
It was
riding along, we were
absolutely
talking to
invisible.
Chris, and we'd been clocking the road in front of us, hadn't we? And then I turned around and I looked and just thought, and I hadn't been sort of riding along for 5 minutes talking to Chris, just glance,
Yeah.
turned around and the hole was about where the end of the bed was.
Yeah,
I just grabbed a bit of front brake and it locked.
yeah.
Well, that's how, because it was hooked under, we figured it must
It
have
must
been
have gone
front
down
brake,
under
because
heavy
the
front brake.
kind of the front wheel was,
She
tucked
tucked
underneath
back
the bridge.
underneath the bridge. Yeah.
and that's why the full weight hadn't gone down on you. Which,
Yeah. Yes, in fact, it's kind of cantilevered on the handlebars and the front wheel on the underside of the bridge.
Yeah, the
almost.
back of the bike didn't feel that heavy when it hit me. And I can't remember whether my arm broke when I hit the concrete slab or when the bike hit me, or whether it was a combination of both. But I remember seeing
Yeah,
the
one
concrete
each time,
slab on
maybe.
the angle, and I had my hand out, and I remember thinking as my hand was out, no, don't put your hand down because you can't take the weight, but your body's just going, I need to stop myself because my face is
coming.
Yeah.
Really
What I really wanted to do was kind of bundle up, but my legs were still over the bike.
Yeah.
As I was going kind of over the handlebars, but I was still astride the bike, so I couldn't completely relieve myself of the bike.
Terrifying.
It was one of those half-hour accidents.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the concrete slab that I'm going to stick my hand on.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. But yeah, literally the school you just passed, just on the bridge side of that school, there was a little collection of huts with a fence round. And the old guy, I don't know if you noticed the old guy who could speak a little bit of English with the Mr. Magoo
he
glasses.
turned up after you
Right.
got on again.
Oh, right, okay. And he was saying he sort of invited us to go and stay there. So we did, and we kind of wheeled your bike over, and I was feeling, yeah, its wheels okay. It actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, obviously the GPS isn't there.
It's got a little bit.
It's got a little bit of work. And I think some of it will teak up.
Yeah, there's just cosmetic damage.
Yeah, indeed. But the rest of it was just like, I can't believe this is a thing. I'm so used to road bikes that don't crash at all well, and actual proper dirt bikes crash as
Do we know if the contents of the tank bags are
The contents of the tank bag, I think,
Yeah.
are okay.
That was more what I was interested
Yeah.
in,
Exactly. And it
Smells
seems-
I remember
Petrol.
the bits.
It does smell of
I remember
petrol.
the getting petrol spilling on everything, and Chris with his foot on the bike holding the tank back in. And I said it won't come out because the bottle's jammed when it's on full lock, and he was going.
Because I
Yeah,
thought
it's
all
a
your
bit-
documents, passports and everything,
Yeah.
and medical stuff that you need to take with you
Will be in the
in
tank
there.
bag
Because
now.
I knew that's what you took off whenever you stopped.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Yes,
we
I
need
know.
this before the bike goes down.
Yeah,
And
no,
I was
it
trying
just-
to put it out, and you just sat there, calm as anything, saying, you're not going to get that out because the steering, the steering's not going, it's not going to come out. I've been there for 5 minutes trying to break the plastic.
Dappy fucker, he's like, yeah.
And then he's like, what the fuck are you doing to my tank bag?
I just sat there just trying to remain calm. I thought, if I'm not careful here, I'm going to have, if I don't just take a deep breath, I will just have a little epi because
Yeah.
we're in a new country and we
Yeah.
don't really know what the grip is.
You were doing very, very well at staying calm.
Yeah.
Very, very well at staying calm.
I'm just depressed.
Yeah.
The calmness is still there.
Yeah, exactly.
The most annoying thing of it all is the Nigerian visa. Through
The
all
fact that
of
you've
it,
now
it's
got to go to Accra. to get
well,
home.
I could go to Accra or I could go to Benin perhaps and go to Cotonou.
The only
Unless
option is
there's-
to hire a car and ride into, and then you can't get back into Niger then, can you? I was going to say if we start the visa.
Or when you come out, they'll
it's only-
stamp you
it's only
out.
single entry.
It's only single entry, yeah.
Well, I'll worry about that later. I've got
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it for the moment. I mean, what you may even be able to do is DHL it to the embassy in wherever, in Ghana, and have it sent back. And then you've got your passport going with a brand spanking new visa. I mean, you've got time, ultimately, to sort it out.
Yeah, well, they said I've got 3 weeks. I get out on Monday, I've got to come back on Wednesday, then I've got to come back a week later and a week later and a week later, and on the 3rd week they take the cast off and
Right.
put some lightweight plastic thing on just to protect it and give it a bit of strength.
But you can still ride it.
Well, they say that it's, even I spoke to the medical team in the UK and they said it's about 6 weeks for this kind of fracture, but they always err on the
Yeah.
side of caution
They
anyway,
do.
so I'm sure I could ride after 3 weeks.
Maybe.
The problem probably won't be the strength of the bone for the fix, it will just be the fact that I'll have no arm strength in 3 weeks, my arm will be.
It will already have gone, yeah. And the other thing is you may be able to ride, but you certainly want to cut down the backflips into potholes.
Yeah, and probably not as many sandy pieces.
Just throttle back on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's that.
So,
Yeah.
in the meantime, we've got 3 weeks to work out what it is we're going to do.
Indeed,
Um,
absolutely.
Well, if it wasn't for having to come back to the hospital, we were thinking an option would be stick yourselves and the bikes on a bus or something like that. 'Cause they all do it, sling bikes on top of them. But I don't know, something.
Yeah, Lynn's thought about going straight to Cameroon, creating the bikes and flying to Cameroon,
Oh, right, yeah.
which is still doable if I was to wait until the 3 weeks were up and then create the bikes up and fly them straight to Cameroon. But I'm still keen on doing it at the
But
moment.
you'll still be there for a week anyway then,
Yeah.
won't you?
I'm still keen on doing the trip over land.
Of course, of course.
Well, you weren't over land when you came out.
No, you're over air.
It's a miserable fucking cast that they've put on. Originally yesterday it covered up all my knuckles.
Yeah, as you were saying, it's just
Pushed
really
right down.
pushing your hand down.
Now,
Because I could just imagine it sort of going on, and then your hands swelling it underneath.
and my fingers were just like that.
Oh.
And I said, this is really painful and I can't feel my fingers on it. Can you do something about it? Oh no, it's alright. The blood will arrive slowly. Okay, yeah, the blood's still arriving quite slowly because it's like, I said it's like meat. I said, on viande. It's like meat.
It's like it's dead.
Yeah. And they were going, and it went on and on and on. And they gave me some painkillers. And she said, right, I'll give you some painkillers, try and get some sleep. And this was, I don't know, 9 o'clock?
She came in at 9 and she came
9
in
or
at
10 o'clock. And then she came in at 1 o'clock. And I was still awake, sat at the edge of the bed. The only comfortable position was to sit at the edge of the bed with my fingers under the edge of the cast, holding it up. And she said, can you not sleep? I said, no, because I can't feel my fingers, it's really painful and I can sense the cast. It's
She
just,
gave you an ibuprofen.
she gave me a single 150 milligram ibuprofen, which she wouldn't give me until I'd eaten, because she said it would derange my stomach.
Would it?
Yeah.
That's quite cautious on the medication, isn't it? It's quite
touch, yeah.
quite cautious.
And then about 1:30, the doctor, who they'd called originally, and said you can't possibly cut the cast. There's nothing you can do with it. Turned up out of the blue and drew a line with his pen and said, "Cut there."
Whatever happened to
Suddenly
the
a bottle
irresponsible
of,
use of morphine?
paracetamol.
Exactly. You know, where are the good drugs? Why am I only getting
Yeah.
cheap shit? This is an insurance.
Exactly.
We're all out the
Yeah,
good
we
ones,
didn't know
the
that.
liquid ones.
Well, I've been on liquid paracetamol.
All the stuff that comes in a little canister with its own shot.
Yeah, they just hang it up there and it drains in. But they cut through the plaster, and the doctor was pulling the plaster off, and he was struggling to get purchase agreement. And then he needed something else to kind of lever again, so he got hold of my hand to go like that, and he went, no.
Yeah, that's attached.
Yes, that's not movable, that's kind of attached.
It would have gone round like a watch, you know, like a watch hand.
It's attached more or less to the thing that this is here.
You're trying to fix, yeah.
Kind of
But it won't be if you pull on it.
Not attached by anything too solid, but it is attached.
No.
Yeah.
You should have brought your fleece, it's freezing in here.
So it's nice, pleasantly fresh for a boy.
Well,
Did you get
fresh.
the nurse to come and turn it on?
Well, freshness. Well, you were expecting you to have had some kind of bed bath arrangement.
Well, so was I. That's any good nurses.
Oh, that is a main disadvantage.
And mostly blokey carers.
Really?
Yeah, there are.
A couple of matronly, busty matrons.
I think the ones, the day nurses, which are the ones I met yesterday, don't seem. They seem a little bit short with me because yesterday I came in and I had my right jacket on and I said, if you want, you can cut my jacket off. No, it's all right. We'll take your jacket off.
Oh,
Which
I
is-
thought you told them to not.
No, I said,
You were
you can
concerned
cut
about
my
that.
jacket. It's all right, cut it, I don't care. They said, no, it's all right. I said, well, cut my jacket. No, we don't want to cut your jacket. Take it off. And they got it all off this arm. And so they had the whole weight of my jacket, which has got, you know, all the crap you have in the pockets, plus the weight of the jacket hanging on my arms, on the floor. And they were, and it was kind of pulling it that way, and they were pulling the sleeve that way. I said, no, leave it, it's all right, you can cut it off. No, we can't cut it off, we haven't got any scissors big enough to cut your jacket.
Yeah.
I said, right, well, can I do it then? And they said, no, it's all right, we'll do it, we've done it before. Get yourself, lean on the bed here. No, because that isn't comfortable, it's comfortable where it is, right here next to my body. And then I can take the jacket off myself. And there's about 4 of them, wasn't there, all yanking and tugging at the
And they
jacket.
kept dropping it, and I.
And they kept dropping it on the
lifted
floor,
it up
the
to
weight
try
of the
and
jacket,
weigh
and they were
it.
pushing Lindsay out of the way, saying, no, leave him alone, leave him
Leave
alone.
it, stop fussing around.
Dropping the jacket.
Oh, fuck's sake.
In the end, I just said, fuck off and leave me alone, and I slowly worked the jacket off my arm. And it was alright, it wasn't too bad.